Hi, well first of all, can you introduce yourself and just how you're involved with NBA Jam?
Sure, my name is Rob Hilson. I'm the art director for EA Sports NBA Jam.
Excellent. So I guess the design choice for the graphics was an interesting one. Can you explain us how that sort of went about?
Sure, so as soon as we got the license for NBA Jam, the whole team was ecstatic, and we knew what we had to do was identify the cornerstones of what made the original NBA Jam look like NBA Jam and build around that. So we looked at the game and saw it had kind of a stage-like setup. It had highly detailed characters. Character likeness was incredible in 1993, more than anybody had ever seen. Over-the-top dunks, catching on fire, smashing the backboard, all the effects of the original. We wanted to have that as the core and then just build on top of it.
All right. So how was the Wii chosen as the console to bring this classic back?
Sure, so when we started out, we were looking at developing an arcade basketball game for the Wii. The first thing we wanted to do was make NBA Jam. We were lucky enough to get the license, and the two just kind of came together. It worked out really well. Playing on the Wii with the gestures, 4 people next to each other, it's like being back in the arcade, so it's like a perfect blend.
So I guess what parts from the original arcade version can we expect in this one?
Pardon me?
What parts of the arcade version can we expect here?
So everything in the original, we absolutely want to have in this version. Our whole ambition is to bring back the NBA Jam that everybody loved, take you back to your happy place. So all the secret characters, any codes that you remember, we want to have that embedded in this version, plus more.
Can you tell us about some of the secret characters that are included?
I can't tell you the specific secret characters, but anybody that was in the game, we want and are trying to get them in the new game.
Excellent. Can you tell us about some of the new modes that you've added to this game?
Sure, so what you've seen here at E3 is classic 2v2 NBA Jam, which is the game that everybody grew up on, everybody loved. If you haven't played it, you're in for a special treat. It's high-flying 2v2 basketball. On top of that mode, which you can do an entire campaign through, is the remix mode, where we're breaking up the gameplay a little bit, we're playing with the camera, there's power-ups, there's secret characters that weren't in the original that are now new to this game. We're giving you whole different ways to play NBA Jam. I can't give you too much. We're going to be making announcements as we move forward, but know that it's going to be a radical NBA Jam experience.
All right. So going back to the licensing, how did EA manage to acquire the license for NBA Jam?
I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but as soon as we knew we were making arcade basketball, the whole dev team just jumped right towards NBA Jam. Everybody's super passionate about it and loves it. The guys who are responsible for the business side and the licensing did the work and got us the license, and that's all I can really say about it. I'm just super happy to get to be a part of NBA Jam history.
So obviously NBA Jam was highly successful with its arcade style, but now that you're on the Wii, you've got like Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. How do you think that audience will come to see NBA Jam?
I hope that audience will take the time to take a look at NBA Jam. In 1993, it was the biggest arcade sports game out there. It's a special game in that you don't have to be a basketball fan to like NBA Jam. It's almost more of an arcade fighting game meets basketball. So it's over-the-top, high-flying dunks. It's something the whole family can get into. You can play mom and dad. You can play with your buddies. You can play against the AI and have a great time. It's a very easy pick-up-and-play kind of thing. So if you've gravitated towards Wii Sports because you can get in and start playing, you should definitely check out NBA Jam. You'll be able to pick it up. You'll be dunking and alley-ooping with your friends within the first quarter. So if you like the experience you get there, definitely come to NBA Jam. You'll get everything you love, a little bit more graphical horsepower, and a little bit more of an NBA experience.
Excellent. Let's see. Well, we know that we can use the Wii Remote and the Nunchuck. Will we also be able to use a classic controller?
Yes, you'll be able to use a classic controller, yeah, the Wii Motion and the sideways Wiimote. Yeah.
And how about online features?
We're looking at online right now. Our whole mantra is 1, be true to the original NBA Jam and bring back the jam that everybody loved, and 2, don't do anything in half measure. So we're looking at online. If we can build a robust online experience for this game, we will. If we feel like we can't really deliver the quality that this product deserves, we're not going to send out a half measure. So look for an announcement in the next couple months.
Excellent. All right, so now I'm going to move on to some questions that were asked by our forum members. So let me get those up real quick. How much did you play the original NBA Jam to get inspiration to work on this game?
Oh my God. In hours, we're probably up in weeks, you know. I've got the Super Nintendo at my desk. We've got 2 stand-ups. We've got the original. We've got Hang Time. We have some emulators. You know, we've put in a lot of hours with NBA Jam. We've got guys on the team that grew up playing it. I grew up playing it. combined amount of time, I have no idea. We're probably looking at days, the whole team together, maybe a couple years, full on, like, you know, minute for minute play.
Wow. Is there a certain kind of pressure involved in having to update such a widely known franchise?
Yes, absolutely. So, you know, one of the first things we got on board, we have Mark Trammell working with us. He's down at the EA Tiburon. He's the original designer, original programmer. We met with him, and it was, yeah, a very kind of handshakey moment where you've got your hero in front of you, and you're talking to him about how you're going to update his amazing game. It's like meeting George Lucas and saying, you know, hey George, we're going to remake Star Wars. You know, what do you think about what we're doing? It's been super positive. He's given us so much information. We've had all access pass to everything that NBA Jam was and is, so we've been able to bring it forward into this game. So it's been amazing.
Do you think that the motion controls enhance the immersion?
Yes, I love the motion controls. It feels so good when you're up in the air and bringing down a dunk, whether you smash through a defender or if you smash the backboard. On shots too, it feels like such a smooth release. A lot of the guys that love the buttons can pop out the nunchuck, they can play with buttons. A lot of the time, I'm finding that they're coming back to the gesture because it just feels good.
You ever find yourself jumping off your chair while you're doing the dunks?
I've done a few. I've jumped up in the air, jumped up and come down. A lot of guys like to shoot and leave their hand up in the air and kind of rub it in their friend's face. We've had some young kids playing that are jumping all over the place, so it's definitely a game that you get into.
Is breaking the backboard still in the game?
Yes, catching on fire, breaking the backboard, all the camera flashes, a lot of the original animations, everything that was in the original, we definitely want to have in this version of NBA Jam.
Quickly back to online. If you do get online going, would you include Wii Speak support?
I can't tell you everything and anything that we're looking at. Like I said, we want to deliver, if we do deliver online, the best online experience we can.
Will there be classic and modern players?
Yes, we've got modern players, we've got unlockable legend characters, we've got unlockable special characters. I can't tell you exactly who they were. Again, if it's in the original, we want it here. We've got a couple announcements in the E3 video. You've seen that we've got James Worthy, we've got Dennis Rodman. On top of that, there's tons more. There's over 100 different unlockable characters, game modes, power-ups, and ways to play NBA Jam.
And will there also be like the All-Star and the rookie teams?
I can't tell you everything that we've got coming, man. There's going to be announcements rolling out in the next little while, so stay tuned.
What's the price point for the game?
I don't know the exact price point right now. I think they're still working it out. What we want to do is have, you know, this game available to everybody. So that's really for the guys in finance to figure out. My opinion is this will definitely and absolutely be a game that you want to pick up and have in your library.
What's your favorite sort of catchphrase that the announcer does?
Oh my God, I love Razzle Dazzle. Boom Shakalaka is a crowd favorite. I just like the kaboom every now and then, a little kaboom after every shot you do. For me, that's just money. It takes me back to when I was a kid. One of the great things about working on the product is that the dev team has been so excited since day one to be a part of the franchise. We've got an amazing team of inspired and just talented people that are staying late hours, you know, just to put the extra polish, extra tuning into the game. We're having to tell people to go home. They just want to stay and they want to work and they want to make the best jam they can.
I noticed that you through Facebook you included sort of a community aspect where they can vote on some of the catchphrases. What did you think about those submissions?
I love the submissions. It's been hilarious to see the stuff that people are coming up with, and it speaks to how much of a fan base the game has. We've obviously got the original voice of the game back in. We've been looking at all those submissions. I think it's coming down to the wire right now onto who's going to be in. Being a part of a game where there's so many fans pushing from so many angles is just an awesome experience.
Excellent. Well, I think that's all we have. So thanks a lot for this. And
thanks for coming by. It's nice to meet with you guys. Yeah.
All right.
Great. Thank you very much.
You.
Yeah.